Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hello, Robb. One of my favorite two-words impressions, Mike.
How are you?
That goes back to when Trump would be on the phone on the Today Show. Remember, he'd never do video cuts. It was always him on the phone.
Hello, Robb. How's it going? How would that sound? Hold on. I have tools.
I know you do. You go to work like a doctor, like an architect.
Hello, Robb.
Hi, Mr. Trump. How are you?
You know. Now this is Mike jumping in on the phone. If you don't mind.
Yeah, I didn't know you were up there at the tower.
Well, no. I realized as I began to start my old Trump that it was an old Trump, and now that the no gravelly guy that's doing that is what everybody's doing, and of course it's a better impression.
Well, now it is
by the guy on Saturday Night Live,
James Austin Johnson, but now
James
it's more
Austin
accurate.
Johnson.
But back in the day. Hello, Robb, disinterested Trump on the phone.
Hello, Robb.
That was the hot Trump. How's your memory?
I have an excellent memory. I don't want to do Donald Trump today.
All right, then.
I just realized that. Hey, Robb, this is Mike again.
Yes. Hi, Mike.
I just wanted to say that, for some reason, it just short-circuited in my brain there that I had no desire to do him.
Okay. Well, you know what?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Now, I could do a request, because I feel like I'm shortchanging you on the phone, a phone request of anybody in my
Are a lot of people up there at Trump Tower with you?
There are tons of people in the room with me right now, and I can certainly put them on the phone.
Is former President Bill Clinton there?
All right, hold on. Mr. Clinton? Hello, dear.
Hey, Bill.
Hi, Robb.
What are you doing at Trump Tower?
Consulting. We have influence all over Manhattan, man. That's the way it's going. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Two sugars, dear. Yeah, you're lovely.
Mr. Clinton, not the time. Time and place.
You know, if you stop looking, you die.
Mr. Clinton.
That's my motivation.
I'm so glad to have you on the phone.
Thank you, Robb.
Did you enjoy the halftime show of the Super Bowl?
Usher is off the hook. I truly enjoyed it. I like the roller skating dancers, though. That was spectacular.
Thought you might like
did.
that.
Yeah.
Thought you might like that.
Listen, make sure you give a donation to the Clinton Initiative or
Yeah,
whatever.
blah blah blah.
That.
Okay,
Yeah,
is Bill O'Reilly up there
Hold on
in the
just a
tower? Trump Tower. This is exciting. Oh, they're handing the phone off. I see.
That's the elaborate sound effect.
Yeah, that's the sound of handing the phone off.
Yeah, Robb.
Hey, O'Reilly.
Here, look, there's the memory thing. You got two old guys,
Two old what?
Two old guys that are, and I'm an old guy. The idea, this ageism that's out there, the actual concept is just a little ridiculous. But
I understand.
Oscar's here now. We got to go. We got to get off the phone.
Okay, well, enjoy the party up there.
All right, thanks so much. And Robb, remind yourself to ask Mike how he's doing, and you know the question that you want him to ask.
Yeah,
So
I do.
Set
Yeah.
the bit up, and then we can maybe edit and post. Thank you, Robb.
Bye then.
Take care now.
So
Click.
long then. You know, the Trump Tower, Oscar, has got the only phone that actually says click. When it
I
hangs up.
love the click.
All right, I
lot
think
of fun.
I think I'm ready for my bit now.
Mike, how's your face?
Oh no, it's gotten worse. That looks painful. Okay, you got to be honest with us.
Yeah, please.
And Mac, if you could turn my headphones down just a little bit, be awesome. If you could rate this from 1 to 10, pain-wise.
Yeah, you know the chart they give you in the hospital from the happy face to the frowning
I'll
face?
give you a full update. I don't want to.
I have no choice when I look like this other than to make light of it briefly and then move on with the show.
Yeah,
But
you got to acknowledge
I'm more than happy because I am somewhat positive today.
Oh,
I think that
Somewhat.
What?
Your spirit is positive. Your skin is negative.
My first of all, when you look like this,
The biopsy was negative. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead, please.
When you look like that, you don't start doing that until he gets here, your friend. So the good news is, if I can start without interruption, please. When you look like this, it means it's working.
Okay.
And you say, when you look like what, Mike? When you look like this. Of course I have to know.
Okay. You still didn't answer my question.
The power of Christ compels you.
Does it burn?
So when it looks like this, means it's working. Second thing, last night, taking my kid to football, like 24 football practices this week.
Can you unzoom? I'm sorry, it's just distracting.
I liked
Thank
it.
you.
It was the new look.
That was
of
simply,
the Michael
Oscar,
Mara
that
show.
was simply an oversight on my part.
Yes.
I forgot.
You weren't showing off?
So it's working.
Yeah.
And last night, I'm here to say, Aquaphor, which is the ointment, the
Great
for
ointment.
skin.
Yeah, I know very well.
And man, oh man. I mean, dropped him off at football practice, little CVS right across. Oh, you have some too.
I love it.
What do you use it for?
Mike?
Down there.
I used to not be regular.
Gross.
No, I use it on when my lips get dry. It's the very best thing for your lips.
That's gross too.
Well, I mean, I can't help it. I mean, I have it.
I am as
Mike,
God made me.
everyone.
Right now, I've gone from pain, which yesterday, my Super Bowl party, and yesterday during the day, absolute bottom as far. And I'm not talking about pain. There are people that go through pain. They would mock me for saying it was pain. It was not necessarily painful as it was uncomfortable, and at the same time, just uncomfortable at a level where I was distracted and it was hard for me to think about anything
Would
else.
you say it was compounded by the emotional pain of being among people that were seeing you with that on your face?
I think that it was. I mentioned the self-consciousness that is kind of gone by the by because it is what it is,
right?
And if I don't know you, I don't have to explain it to you. And if I get a weird look in a grocery store, so be it. I will deal with that. However, the Aquaphor instantaneously took some of the discomfort away, and then
did you buy the tube or the tub?
I bought the smaller of the two tubs.
Okay, all right.
And I didn't realize what it was. I thought it was just like sort of a hand lotion cream thing. I didn't realize it was Vaseline.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You see that. And it's
my favorite
greasy.
magician, Mike. Do you remember him back in the 50s?
Amazing Vaseline. Yes, he would slip out of his handcuffs. But the difference was, so last night to bed with a little of the stuff on, not a lot because I don't want to muck up the pillow and all that. And then I wake up today and what they refer to as the erosion phase in full regale. What's the word I'm looking at? On full display, because the skin is kind of like. Yeah, it's getting rid of the.
You're healing. I hate to. I don't want to get too personal. You can decline to answer this if you like, but I think we've talked about it before. Yeah. Do you sleep on your side? Do you sleep on your back?
I sleep now. I don't use the CPAP anymore, so I am using
weight loss, right?
Yeah, I'm sleeping on my left side, but I still think I'll use it because I think I sleep better with it.
But you're on your side, so at any point before this Aquaphor erosion phase, did your face stick to the pillow?
No, it's fine. It is wet. And then today, just a really long shower with low intensity, and I feel better. I feel.
And tears?
Better. No, it was fine.
It wasn't like Glenn Close in The Big Chill in the shower.
I electric shave, by the way. I don't razor shave with my hairies in the shower like I've done before.
You'll be back to that though.
I'm shaving electric and then
boogie.
Very gently because that otherwise you don't want to go down.
When do we get to see the new you?
The new you can actually, if you really want to see it,
I don't.
You can,
no.
You can see it right now. As a matter of fact,
in full effect. When the healing and the weeping has
The
stopped.
power of Christ compels you.
sorry.
I'm here to be your
This
friend,
is a gross
Regan.
show.
Yeah,
What?
It is.
It's a gross show.
I do.
You're just trying to save your own life. You're taking your care of yourself.
I am. I think this is doing good. By the way, what I'm doing, folks, is anybody over the age of 55 should probably think about doing this. It's no big deal. Once it's done, you're, it's a preventative measure.
Do it over a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
What's that?
Do it over a holiday weekend.
Too late for that.
It takes too long. It's a week and a week. I'm in my second week. Okay?
No, I'm saying like when you're done with the holidays.
Or when you're on a vacation and you're going to be alone in a cabin where no one can see your effing face.
Yeah. Do you speak, do you speak Latin, Regan?
I had.
What a wonderful day for an exorcism.
I had a funny conversation with Shannon in the car yesterday on the way home. We went home like around 8:39, and I said, "She goes, how was the show today?" I said, "Great." And I said, "Mike's going through a chemical peel," and she goes, "What?" And I said, "I don't know, something about skin cancer, and he's trying to kill it before it gets too bad or something. I don't. It's always something." And she said,
"Thank you, thank
she
you
said,
for that."
She goes, "Where did that come from?" I goes, "The dermatologist." Oh, she goes, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "What? Why'd you say okay?" She goes, "Do you remember the time that I got lip filler and they said your lips may be a little swollen for a little while, and I was so embarrassed for a week straight because I looked like Scrooge McDuck with big lips."
It's funny.
They give you like this low end, like, oh, it's going to be like,
I think the nature
maybe
of the
uncomfortable for a little bit. They know.
I think
they know. They know.
I think the nature of the beast is to low key it, just to get you to do it.
If the doctor told you that you were going to go through half of this, you wouldn't have done it.
I would have delayed.
What's the lady duck in
Daisy?
Disney universe? Daisy Duck.
Yeah.
Daisy. I remember when I remember when Shannon walked in and said, "Did they go overboard?" She goes, I know. The swelling should go down a little. I said, they might have to take some out because I don't know what's going on.
They be fine.
Right. Did you ever see the bit with Super Dave? I forgot what show he was on. He might have been on Conan. I'm not sure. Super Dave Osborne. I know
who he is.
Yeah,
He's
Bob
famous.
Einstein,
he went on with the lip filler.
No,
oh my God,
I think I've ever seen in my life. And he does deadpan better than anybody does deadpan, and he's sitting there with his outfit on, and he's got the big fat lips. It was funny.
Do you know who his brother is in real life, or was?
Yeah, Albert Brooks.
Yeah, they're a very funny family, extraordinarily funny family.
Yeah,
very.
By the way, that could not have stayed in Robb. Robb has to get out, or what? What happens physically to you if you don't get that fact out? What happens? You will
mental crippling.
Okay, it's crippling. It would ruin your day.
It bounces around in my head and it must go out. If for some reason I had stifled,
you may have been the first person to tell me that, though.
Wait, Albert Brooks from the famous actor,
is Super Dave Osborne's half brother, right?
No, full brother.
Full
and
brother?
Albert Brooks' real name is Albert Einstein because he's Bob Einstein's brother.
Don't confuse me.
Too
is
tough,
Albert Brooks
sometimes
Mel
tough.
Brooks' son?
No relation.
Super Dave Osborne.
Okay, so
is
Albert
David
Brooks,
Einstein, probably.
Yes.
Right?
No, Bob
Dave
Einstein. Bob Einstein is Super Dave.
Oh, it's
His
Bob
name is
Einstein.
Bob Einstein. Albert Brooks
Super
changed
Dave.
his name because Albert Einstein was a curious name. Now, they come from a showbiz family. Their father was a Borscht Belt comic named Park Your Carcass, and they ran in showbiz circles. As a matter of fact, what
was the father's name?
Park Your Carcass?
Parker Carcass?
Yeah,
Park
but
Your Carcass.
But it was always pronounced Park Your Carcass.
Park Your Carcass.
And if I'm not mistaken, Park Your Carcass died on the dais during a classic roast at the Friars Club. I think he did. But the showbiz circle, and there is a Mel Brooks connection, is that growing up, Albert Brooks was friends with Rob Reiner because they were all in that small sort of Hollywood elite type thing. So Rob Reiner one time brought Albert Brooks home to his father, Carl Reiner, and he said, "Dad, this is the funniest man you've ever met."
Really?
Yeah, and that was like a high school-aged Albert Brooks who did bits, and they said there was a curtain for a sliding glass door that he would go behind and come back out and do another bit. And so he was sort of tapped on the shoulder and he destroyed Carl Reiner. So Carl Reiner tapped Albert Brooks to be funny when he was a teenager, and there's your Mel Brooks connection.
That's great stuff. That's good.
Because Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner were best friends. They watched Jeopardy together every night.
That's very, very cool.
But Park Your Carcass, Mike, not his real name. I'll
now we have
that
that group of old men. We have two down now, right? Carl Reiner and the next one was Norman Lear. That's part of that poker gang. And now Mel Brooks is still with us.
And Dick Van Dyke.
And Dick Van Dyke. Okay, that's kind of the oldsters. So,
well, we've kind of ruined it for them now, haven't we? Because we mentioned.
Oh no, God, I'll feel horrible if anything happens.
I don't want it to happen. I really don't.
I can either tell you about. I'll tell you about the rats. I remember we had the exterminator who was going to charge us for the rat. I'm very fond of the guy. He's a very, very nice, smart guy, and we have good conversations. And I think his name is Carla knows his name. I've only met him once, and I didn't get his name when I met him, but I think it's Guillermo.
Okay.
And he was super into the task of finding what he referred to as the palm rats.
Yeah.
And came in and put boxes around the house, indicated to us that he doesn't believe the palm rats have gotten into the house other than up in the crawl space upstairs, where above my head right now.
Am I the only one, Oscar, that every time he says palm rats, I think of the steakhouse?
I think of Giacomo.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Palm rats were hanging out all day, drinking scotch and smoking cigars.
You effing guys.
He comes back the next day to retrieve the boxes. There is no evidence of small vermin or large vermin in the boxes.
Okay.
He then says, I've got to get other traps. I will be putting the other traps up in the attic, although I saw evidence of previous residents, but nothing that looked recent. I'm here to tell you he came back over the weekend, and he got two palm rats. Carla asked him how big they were, and he did one of these. So not insane,
good size rat,
but a good size.
Does that include
rat.
the tail, do you suppose, or is that just solid body?
That's a great question. If that's not including the tail, I would be a little freaked out.
Yeah, I would
if you
list my
include
house.
the tail. And common problem with the palm trees here in our neighborhood. So I guess we will have to be ever vigilant for that. But, when you're paying money, it's certainly nice to get resolution. And, these little rodents.
Did you see the bodies?
Did not, because I was not here.
You don't have.
I think. Let me think.
Be a good racket.
Where
he came
was
home.
I?
He came in and told Carla he killed 30 rats.
I'm
Where
not
was
saying
I
it's a
Saturday?
racket.
I'm trying to think. Where would I have been?
No one really
yes,
wants to see
the golf
body.
course.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Where if I'm not here, that's where I am. That's where I hang out. Getting the surface of the sun on my face when I'm not supposed to.
Mike, Park Your Carcass
ridiculous.
Was born Harry Einstein and died in 1958.
We're done with that now. We're done.
I just need to put a button
we let
on
you.
it.
We let you spew them all out and relieve your brain. And now
I feel much better, and I thank you, and I thank
That's
you.
Great. Yeah.
Thank
Why did you have to add? Why did you have to do a callback to it? What's the problem with that? That's a mental deficiency, right?
No,
there.
he thought he had a fact wrong. He just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Did
put
you
a
have the
button on
fact
it.
wrong about Park Your Carcass?
No. I just want to give you his real name, which was Einstein. I don't think
you
any
said
relation to Albert.
Weren't they all Einsteins?
Yeah, but I didn't know.
Father was Einstein, and both sons were Bob Einstein and Albert
I think
Einstein.
But what I didn't have is Park Your Carcass's real name, which was Harry Einstein.
Harry Einstein.
Yes.
Harry.
So back to the rats. I'm very
Yes.
pleased that's been taken care of. And I'm very pleased that I was able to get my split unit working in the studio, although
what
it wasn't working.
What was the problem?
It's something I'm going to have to address again because it was off when I came in this morning. So I had to hit the breaker and it started up again. I don't want to do that every day. So I'll have to get an electrician. We got a great electrician. You live somewhere for you get to that 5-year mark. You're starting to get your regulars that come out to the house that you know how to deal with, that are good guys. Got a great electrician. Got a great exterminator. By the way, none of them name brand dudes. Okay, none of the biggies,
guys. Yeah,
always the independents.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that holds true for everybody, but it certainly has worked for us. If we got Mr. Sparky, they'd come out and change a light bulb and charge you $1,000 for it. It's the way they roll.
Might be Captain Sparky.
No, it's Mr. Sparky. Do you have a Mr. Sparky?
Oh, that's a real name?
Mr. Sparky is the name of the electrician, the
no.
massive one. And they literally will charge $500 for like a service call. It's insane.
Yeah, big spark.
Sounds like an adult website.
Sounds like a vape store, Mr. Sparky.
Yeah.
How you doing? All right, Mr. Sparky. How are you?
I didn't know it was a real guy. That's cool.
So, anywho, I'm very, very happy with that. Did I tell you? I'm just getting all my stuff out of the way.
Please.
Because it's mundane and it needs to be packaged
just
together.
Just get it out.
Did I tell you about the nail in my tire? Did I discuss
no.
that?
No.
All right. Came out, golf tournament Saturday morning, obviously when the exterminator was going to come out and retrieve the dead rats. Flat as a pancake.
It sucks.
Run flat tires. They can't deal with a...
on the lease or owned?
On the lease.
Oh, even worse.
Yep, of course it's worse. But
it will keep the miles down.
There's one fact that'll come at the end. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. I discover, because I'm racing to get over there, because it is a formal tournament, a formal competitive situation where it's a real
What pros
tournament.
were there?
It was an amateur tournament from the people.
Let's be honest. Yeah, it's you and your friends playing.
It's me. Well,
yeah.
I'm an
but
amateur.
it's not pro.
No, it's not pro.
You were setting it up like a senior PGA.
Well, no. He said it was formal, so I think he has to wear a tie.
There are. I can handle him. I can handle him. Okay, I can handle F's with our time a little bit. Here we go. There we go. What happened, Oscar, is I had my regular gathering, which happens all the time, and then you have the association regular tournament that is everybody participates.
Yes.
So I was busting ass to get out of here, and I get on the it's one of those deals, we've all had it, where you get the whop 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 whop, and you realize, oh God, no. And I get out on the street 100 yards from my driveway, and I look flat as a pancake.
Yeah.
Then I got a compressor. I got a little. I'm a handy guy.
You're ready, okay.
I got a compressor. Put the extension cord on it and fill it up, and it gets me down to Happy Valley.
Smart.
And,
that is good.
I park it next to the wall at Happy Valley, not in the parking lot, because I said this is going to happen again by the time I'm done. And in the meantime, I do my research, and I know exactly where I'm going to go. This is 8:45 in the morning. I will have time to get over and deal with this after the fact and get the patch done.
Yeah.
And so it's there. Come out after the tournament. There it is, flat as a pancake.
Yeah.
Get the compressor again, plug it in, fill it back up. In the meantime, calling Tire City or whatever the hell the place was called. Tire Kingdom. Tire Kingdom.
Oh, Mike, it's good that you went to the Kingdom and not the city. Because they really take
better
it
prices
seriously.
of the Kingdom.
Tire Kingdom. Well,
are you the king?
We've collected all the misfit toys on the island. That's right, Rudolph. I am the guy. I'm the cartoon character with over reverb.
That's King Moonracer, the tiger.
Nobody can. Nobody wants a Charlie in the box.
Now, Mike, I'm curious, when you started your car at the house,
yes,
before you realized that you were flat, did you not get some sort of indicator that you had tire trouble on your dash?
Well, I'd had it prior to that, which was two rear tires low with 27 PSI.
But you were just rolling with it. So yeah.
So make a long story short, it's inflated. I take it to Tire Kingdom. Could not be nicer at Tire Kingdom. Nice guys. Take it. They get me right in. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it down here this time of year down here. I couldn't believe it. They zip me in. The tech comes from the back. Not repairable. Is it ever repairable? Is it ever repairable
I've never
anymore?
had a repairable.
No, and a lot of times they'll say, not only is it not repairable, but to make a match, you really should buy 4.
Yeah.
They always say that. I said,
Well,
Or
You reading
at
ahead?
least two. At least
oh,
two.
no. Really?
Skipping to the punchline. So
Oh,
Tire
my
Kingdom says
God,
we don't.
no.
He takes me back. And the guys were really nice. The tech was kind of mumbly and said, "See, the nail's right here, and that's right in the middle of the tread, which is normally repairable, but the sidewall, when you drove it on the sidewall, it crushed it up in there and stuff like that." I'm not going to mount an argument because I don't
So
know
it's your
anything
fault,
about tires.
basically.
And then I go out, so we can do it. We can get to it by Monday. And I'm sitting there going, well, I need transfer. And I'm thinking, all right, now I need a car. Now I'm stranded down near Happy Valley Land where I don't want to be. And then he says, well, there's a dealership for your European import right across the street. I said, I don't want to pay those prices. So they're the same as all prices. These tires are specialty tires. And so he tells me, essentially, go across the street and see what you can do. I go across the street to a dealership, and I don't realize some of these service hours at dealerships are odd hours on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, they're done at noon.
They're done. I think they were 1 o'clock. I think they were 1 o'clock, and I am there at the last minute. And this is where you don't have to smile at me to be efficient and competent and decent. And I didn't get any smiles, not for any other reason. They just don't smile because they're processing people with attitudes all day long. And they get me in, and they say, we'll give you a courtesy loaner, and you're set. And that's all I needed. I was good to go. Why are you chuckling? Why
I just
are you
love
chuckling?
the whole deal that they say, we will give you a courtesy loaner.
But that is a service that
It's
not
like-
every dealership gives you.
yeah,
it
you're right.
saved-
You're right.
It's free.
It pulled my fat out of the fire, and I didn't
Yeah.
have to pay for a rental
And they don't
car.
have to pay for a rental car.
I guess
why are you
paying
mad
that
at,
much
why are
money
you
for
mad at
tires.
the dealership?
I'm mad at everybody else.
Why though? I sometimes like it when he does the deep exploration of your brain. Why does that annoy you?
Because this is actually a plus for our friend Mike.
Yeah.
It is, but you know what? It's overall a minus because he shouldn't have to deal with a flat tire and he shouldn't have to deal with all this crap.
Well,
And it's
there
like,
was a nail right in it. I mean,
This is life.
This is life. Life comes at you.
Usually what happens is they're like, sorry, our last loaner's gone. And they have like 10 loaners in the back because you're not from their dealership.
Yeah, well, they
And
should
then-
always give you a loaner, and it should be understood because
It
obviously
would be great if all dealerships could do it.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to satisfy customers to get a car service for a length of time. And in this case, I had to wait while they were off on Sunday and get it done on Monday. And it also is a nice vehicle for putting some mileage on a car to discount it when they want to eventually sell the car. So I'm all for the
Very
courtesy
true.
loaner.
The last 2 times I've been to a dealer for my father, I've been like, is there a loaner car? And they both those times, I'm so sorry if you don't have one like reserved. And this is a pretty big dealership.
Oh yeah.
And
I've
I
gotten
believe
that,
him
too.
because
I've gotten
my guy went and asked somebody else, like, hey, can we find a car for Oscar, right? Because I've been there enough times. And he's so super cool. And he's like, I'm so sorry. Like I've Ubered home the last 2 times.
Oh,
That's
that
a
is
drag.
That's just
That's
life.
a drag.
It's in the
Now,
city.
are
It's what it
you,
is.
even though it's not your car, can you call ahead next time that you're going to have something
yes.
serviced? And
I'm
get
the
it
rube
reserved?
because I'll just go there, drop it off. If you call ahead, they can schedule you out.
I'm well into after hours time. The guy that wasn't friendly, the service guy wasn't friendly, but they were professional.
If
And
you
they
execute
were
at a high level, you can be a grump. I'm good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
their competence was bing, bang, boom, in and out. And at this particular time, I was aware that they were going to get he said he's going to have the tech look at it. Now, previously, I have been told that the tread is the tread is the tread. So you can always say they're going to try to sell you and I knew what was coming. And I'd had 1 replaced on it already, and they had to put 3 more on. They let me know that on Monday. I was expecting it, but they got it done. Now, as I was pulling out on Saturday, the grumpiest guy, who's like the greeter, I said, I said,
Your
he
service
said,
advisor, Mike.
he comes over. Well, the service advisor is a different guy. This guy that kind of, there's the air traffic controller that controls everybody over there.
Oh,
the guy
okay.
comes over. He goes, it's right here. The key will be in it, and we'll take care of your car. I said, listen, because he was so grumpy that I didn't know whether this would land at all, and I wouldn't have bothered me if it did. I said, listen, I don't know whether you need to hear this or not, but I just want to say, I know I came in late in the schedule, and you guys were so professional about getting it done, and I was just impressed. I said, if I was going to get this vehicle, my wife got it at the other one up the road, I would come to this based on the service. That's how positive this experience was. And the guy was super grateful for it. We talked golf for a second, and he was just a super nice guy. And then right down to yesterday, they were competent. And they were absolutely a machine. And that doesn't happen all the time at service places. So I was really and I was happy to pay the incredible discounted price of $45,000 for the 3 tires that I put. What is the deal? So
you got the good tires?
This has nothing to do with the guys at the dealership. They charge what they charge. But what is the deal with tires?
You can go, the only hack I know, but this is for those of us that plan ahead, and I don't, especially when it comes to car stuff.
And you can plan ahead when you don't have a nail in your
that's true.
Tire.
So if you had the time, and you were so inclined, you could have dropped it off at the dealer and said, "Hey, I got my own tires coming."
Yeah.
So and then Tire Direct will get it there by Monday or Tuesday. You probably spent $50 less a tire than what you would have paid. Save yourself $200.
Yeah.
And that's the only way I've ever seen, and I've done personally.
Mike,
to get
frustrating.
A better price.
This is one time since I've known you that you would have been better served to live in Manassas. Because
Llantas usadas.
You could have found tires for days and probably
you could have had a bridge tire.
Yeah, and you could have had probably 10 extras to keep in the garage.
Yeah. Because frankly, so the last thing they said to me, and he said it yesterday, there was George, and then there was the other guy who wasn't there yesterday.
Wheezy.
George, old veteran.
Oscar, good job.
And we had a great old man exchange when I handed him my credit card, and he flips over the Visa and he looks on the back. He said, "God, can they get these numbers to be any a color
smaller?
that doesn't matter? Because it's blue."
Oh,
yes.
blue, yeah, you
It's
really
blue
see it.
with dark gray on it. It's like thanks.
The worst.
And I said, the only way they could have done it if the letters were blue too. It's like, we're like, old men can't see, old men can't see. And so at this point, I said, oh God. I said, with the lease being up in August, I was really hoping to get it. He said, no, they charge you for the tires anyway with the trade you had.
No.
So that made me feel good.
No. First.
Well, I mean, he said it after the fact.
Yeah. You would have, because I returned one lease for my old man
With bald tires?
No.
3 tires.
My father told me to buy all new tires before we returned he had me do everything for it. I'm in my mid-30s at this point.
But if they didn't need to be purchased, right?
If
he told you to buy tires, it's all about the tread, he told me.
Yeah, so they weren't bald, but the tread
credit card.
He said that within his lease, he had to return it with a certain amount of tread on the tire.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
So you buying you bought the 4 tires?
3.
Okay.
Because you had already replaced
There was one that had
right?
enough tread on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Will it have enough tread in August?
I certainly hope so. But
If he brings it in under the mileage, it will.
But I'm not bringing it in under.
It's already over.
Well, I mean, I know you're conserving your mileage. That will also conserve
Yeah, if he
your
conserves the mileage.
I am conserving the mileage as best as I can. When I take my kid to school, I use my wife's car. When we're going separate destinations, I use my own.
With the 3 new tires.
Anytime there's an extraneous trip somewhere, taking him to football practice, taking him out, I use the other car.
With the 3 tires and one that's older, does the car pull considerably to one side?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, just checking.
No, it does not.
Ideally, you return it. They just make you buy that one tire.
Well, no. The 3 all had the same lack of tread. All of them.
I'm saying the one that you didn't return. Worst case scenario, they make you buy one tire.
Yeah, but that would be in the event that they were. If it's the formula, the way it was explained to me, and I don't know whether it's true or not, is that the tread. They measure, one of the things they do with the lease vehicles, they measure the tread.
Yeah.
All 3 tires that were replaced would have failed the test. Because the car has over 30,000 miles on it.
We're on the same page. Yeah. I'm saying that I thought my dad was crazy because I thought the way a lease worked was you just give the car back.
Give it back and they deal with it.
And he said, no, you have to read the fine print. You got to give it back as is. Yeah. And I said, oh. And he goes, I called the dealership. I said, these tires are X, and I stopped by and they said I need new tires. So I have to get new ones anyways, like you just did. So I'm giving you a plot. Like, it's a win-win. You're going to have to do it regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks in a way. But you know what? I really would have been more upset returning the car and having my mileage over the limit, which I have to pay for. And
they're like, by the way, we need to get the new tires.
That would have been a killer. That would have been
That would have been like gut punch and then spit in the face.
Yeah. And look at my face. And they would have said, what's wrong with your face? That's what they would have said. As it still is sloughing off. If it's that way in August,
oh no.
I'm going to a plastic surgeon.
Mike, what you should do is go to the dealership and have them measure the tread on your face.
There you go. Fine idea. We will take a break, and we've got the round table coming up next right here on the Michael Mary Show. Measure the tread on my face. This podcast is sponsored by Groove Life. The Groove Wallet, a sleek aluminum low-profile wallet engineered for everyday use. One simple thumb motion. That's all you need. It perfectly fans out. Up to 6 cards for easy access to find everything you need, even that blue credit card that no one can read at the age of 55. Plus, Groove Life just launched their new carbon fiber wallet.
I have it.
Look at this, Oscar. This is great. Heads up. Pay attention.
Hold on.
Here it comes. Look out.
Would it be helpful maybe you have one, if you could whip one out when I'm writing
I've got my Groove wallet on.
For Christ's sake, I'm over here killing myself trying to do it all.
Oh, it's the Groove belt. Yeah.
Do you have a Groove wallet, Rob?
I do, as a matter of fact. I've got 2
Is it the carbon fiber one?
No, you have the carbon fiber.
Okay, then I'll zoom in on the carbon fiber. Look at that.
There it is.
That's the carbon fiber right there.
I can zoom in too.
Oh, okay.
It'll take forever, but
okay, get back. And you can see my speckled face. All right, enough. The carbon fiber wallet.
Look at that, man.
It has. There it is. Hey, you got the carbon fiber too. Has everything you love about the original, but with the added carbon fiber included. And Groove Life makes a ton more than just wallets. The show is entitled Oscar's Crotch. They've got belts, rings, watch bands, AirPod cases, and much more. Listen, pal. Now is the time to update your wallet game with Groove Life. Head to groovelife.com/TMOS for 20% off all Groove Life products, okay? Yeah, that's the best offer you'll find. Do it. But you have to use my link, groovelife.com/TMOS for 20% off your Groove order. Groovelife.com/TMOS.
Not yet.
Do it.
Hey, look. The Kraken has no tread.
Yeah. Measure his tread, ladies and gentlemen. Measure his tread, all right? We start today with, what do we start with? Amazon. Amazon is facing a class action lawsuit for making Prime users pay an extra $2.99 to stream movies and TV shows without ads. The lawsuit claims this is a breach of contract for users who had already signed up to receive content with no ads at the original price. Quote, subscribers must now pay extra to get something they already paid for. No question, absolutely true, no gray area. This is 1,000% true. Mm-hmm. I am on the side of the consumer here. The lawsuit seeks at least $5 million and a court order barring Amazon from engaging in further deceptive conduct on behalf of users who subscribed to Prime before the pricing change was instituted. When you get this big, absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. When you get this big, the effery began with their affiliate partners, which was the Mike O'Mara show, where they carte blanche, they can do whatever they want, they think, and they can do it whenever they want it. Screw them. That's
shame on you, Amazon. Shame on you.
Yeah, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I think it seems to me
that
they kind of screwed
Absolutely.
you. All right,
100%.
so that's it, Amazon. So there.
So we're still going to shop through them, though, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the only game in town. Truck's coming to my house today. Mac and I were talking about this before the show. Jon Stewart returned to host The Daily Show last night, almost 9 years since he stepped down. And he says he's doing it because he needs to vent. Did you get any video from Jon Stewart?
I do, as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead and roll that first one there, Mac. And this is he has some advice for President Joe Biden.
Okay, very good. Looking forward to this.
Game or halftime show?
Game.
Jason Kelsey or Travis Kelsey?
Mama Kelsey. I understand she makes great chocolate chip cookies.
Fire everyone. Everyone. How do you go on TikTok and end up looking older? If you're telling us behind the scenes he is sharp and full of energy and on top of it and really in control and leading, you should film that. That would be good to show to people instead of a TikTok where he goes,
Then not a beat missed.
You're right.
Not a beat missed. I mean,
I hadn't seen that.
No
That is
offense
so
to all of the
true.
guest hosts that have come in, and Trevor Noah, and God bless them, all the guys that try. You're dealing with the original. We're back to getting the original once a week.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy with that. That's
That
just
was
fantastic.
vintage.
Oh yeah.
Just like he was. You're right. Like,
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Does Jon Stewart
perfect.
think you'll make a difference? Not necessarily. He says, I don't know about hoping to have an influence, but I'm hoping to have a catharsis and a way to comment on things. And a way, it's making me laugh. I'm still laughing about that bit because I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to have to watch it today.
I think that Jon Stewart is doing this as much for Jon Stewart as he's doing it for Comedy Central or us.
Yeah, because
I think he wants
for
to
the
talk
people
about it.
on the left who are frustrated that is our kind of candidate, you have to be honest. That's what we have capability of doing in this party. We are honest, and a lot of people
Everybody
are
still has to vote.
concerned. John will executive produce the show, but he's only hosting on Monday nights. The rest of the week, it'll be hosted by the show's correspondents on a rotating basis, which is fine with me. Talented people behind the scenes and on camera on that show. I'm really, really excited about it, and I got to put it back on the old rotation. You can now sip on canned gin and juice from Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Finally.
Unlike the people putting the president on TikTok, I believe that the career management people for Snoop Dogg, and in this case Dr. Dre, are hitting on all eights.
Yeah.
I mean, really, with the products that are out there nowadays for alcoholic beverages, this is brilliant. They are ready to drink alcoholic cocktails, the rage in adult beverages, and they come in 4 flavors: citrus, melon, the always popular passion fruit. Why is there always passion fruit?
Because
in
they
these
have a
beverages?
passion, Mike. They have a passion for drinking.
And apricot. That's a flavor I'm not used to.
interesting.
I like that.
They started rolling out already in stores. Dre and Snoop have more stuff planned. Last year, they filed several trademarks, including one for vodka and juice. And that can be a possibility as well, because that's how they roll. And
Mike, is it
it's cheap,
true
cheap,
that
cheap.
your dermatologist was Dr. Dre?
Dr. Dre. Yeah, he said, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I will not be doing any more.
Dre actually, Oscar, is short for dramatologist.
My dramatologist. I have to go see my dramatologist. I'm so excited about that. Where's my dramatologist? Hey, good to see you, doctor.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, moving right along, everybody. All right, I'm just jumping all over the soundboard today. Zip top bags are expensive. If you go to the grocery store, you will notice that, for both your wallet and the environment. There are hacks about how you should clean and reuse them online. If they weren't so expensive, I would consider this what Mrs. Adams did when she cut the English muffins in thirds. There's certain things that I would not want to be bothered with. But
I had an aunt that used to put an extra can of water in her concentrated orange juice. Make it go further.
at least with that, I thought it was too sweet anyway. So,
Maybe.
Right? Was
Yeah,
it
but
cheapness or was it for taste?
It was
Parsimoniousness. Okay. Even
Great
Ziploc says you should reuse your Ziploc bags. A rep says that each bag should be reused several times because, quote, Ziploc brand bags are made with high-quality recyclable materials that are strong enough to be used again.
Yeah.
They recommend hand washing them with soap and water and then air drying them. But there are instances when you should toss them, like when they've held raw meat, fish, eggs, allergy-triggering foods or when something has spoiled inside, you think?
Off the top of your head, what goes in a Ziploc bag? Rob, you go first. Quick.
Ground beef, when you're splitting up ground beef and freezing it.
Mike.
I would say sandwiches for a kid when you're making his lunch.
Snacks.
Snacks, yeah.
Pretzels.
Is that what
The weird thing is I went to Ziploc.com about this very story, and there is a tab you can click for birth control.
That's your pill supplier for travel?
Very exciting. There they are.
I'm always scared of taking loose pills.
They're now playing.
Oh, well.
Oh, no. I didn't do a damn thing. I didn't do anything.
What is this, John Cicada?
No, not Apple TV. I've blown it. Now I've done
Absolutely, John Cicada.
I am so sorry. Please accept my humblest.
John Cicada now in the bracket where he uses Ziploc bags all the time for everything.
Hey, John Cicada had some hits.
Yeah, he did.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Shannon sometimes will put all her loose pit, like her whatever she takes daily.
Yeah, I do it when I travel. I'll put them in a Ziploc bag. I'll travel.
Yeah, but I feel like for some reason, if you don't have the prescription with you, it just freaks me out that you're like, what is this?
Well, you're not to the stage
you're going to get
Oscar.
stopped, and they're going to look at a single pill and go, "Is that I get that. I get that." And
I have a pill organizer, and the worst thing is if a pill organizer busts open. So what you do is you fill your pill organizer.
By the way, you can attack me for being old, but you just won the old man award for the day.
Mike,
with a pill organizer.
He's had one for the past 2 decades.
Yeah,
I have one.
Yeah, and also
you have a major disease.
Fair. You have a point.
Yeah.
I remember in Iowa, or was it in Florida?
No, it was Iowa. It was Iowa when we.
I said, "What's wrong with what's going on with all these pills? Are you okay?" He goes, "These are my keep me alive pills."
And then and that was when we had that that snake oil weight knot on the show. And I said, "These are my stay skinny pills. These are my stay alive pills." But it's really bad if your day or
lost
nighttime.
weight. Look, as much as they were a very difficult company to deal with, you did lose weight on that.
Yeah,
but I think it was your willpower more than anything else.
They put me on a commercial, and then I put the day after we shot the commercial, I went home and made homemade caramel, and I think that is the ABCs of me.
Okay, that's it. It also may be difficult to clean bags that have held oils and clingy sauces.
Hi, I'm Clingy Sauce.
Clingy sauce for you, but you should make an effort to reuse any bags that held dry foods or other easy-to-clean contents.
Yeah,
Let
cereal.
me just take
all
this
of
moment.
Mike's oatmeals.
I have to have a word with Mike. I'm really, really sorry.
Please.
Okay,
Yeah, it's all right.
just for a second, Mike. What is it now? Just a little curiosity here. So during this last segment, you've had Apple Music go off on your computer, which can be shut off anytime. You've also had your phone, which is not turned on silent, go off. Do you have any concern to do a professional show? I didn't realize. You didn't realize. You didn't effing realize because you're lazy. You are a lazy F-up. How many years do you have to do a podcast? 30? You've done it for half that amount of time, you dipshit.
Oh.
All right, I'll try to do better. Oh, you'll try to do better. No, you won't. You're to come in here, and the next time Siri hears you say something, oh, there, you just triggered it again. Siri's going to come on again and play a song. I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. I will if I want to. I'm over. Thank you.
Put those thoughts in a Ziploc bag.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mike needed to be lectured on that. Let me just turn the silent the phone off here.
Silent the phone sounds like a character from Game of Thrones.
Finally today, following the Kansas City Chiefs' exciting overtime win over the San Francisco 49ers in the 2024 Super Bowl on Sunday, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift headed to XS Nightclub at Wynn.
I've been.
I have walked by it. I have never been in, though. They celebrated there. The Chiefs kept the party going into the wee hours of the morning, 5:15 a.m. to be exact. And to fuel their celebratory escapades, there's one particular member of our cast, ladies and gentlemen, that is about to get very, very excited. Would you like to know what they did to fuel their partying?
Yeah.
Taylor is 34, and also so is Travis Kelce.
Oh, that's nice.
Taylor and Travis. They enjoyed some chicken fingers together.
Yes.
The couple also ordered a side of fries. And there
Great
you feel
food.
vindication that
bar. No,
the powerhouse couple of powerhouse couples in America.
You don't want a sushi at 5:15 in the morning. You'll get some chicken fingers and fries, some finger food.
It's
sure.
delish, ladies and gentlemen.
Simpletons, love it.
Also, not that messy.
Well, I like.
Well, she
them if
likes
you make
mayonnaise
them-
with them. Yeah.
I like them if you make them with panko.
With what, Mike?
Panko. I'm gonna. No, she's been listening a lot lately. Now that she's doing the marketing for the show, I'm doing something for Miss America. We'll come right back. Grab your partner and salsa. Fuel your peak performance with 4 Wellness, the ultimate functional food brand. 4 Wellness was founded by Phil Mickelson and renowned performance coach Dave Phillips. It's a game-changing performance coffee supplement. You can elevate your brew with just 1 scoop for enhanced focus, reduced caffeine jitters,
Stop it.
And increased collagen. Maybe shouldn't be talking about that right now with this. Fat-burning support as well, but that's not all. Dive into the recovery gummies packed with antioxidants. Rob's holding them up right now.
I
And
love 'em.
electrolytes. Perfect for a pre-workout or post-golf recovery. Need a sweet treat? Try the Superfood Focus Bites.
I don't have them ready. I finished them.
Try the Superfood Focus Bites.
You ate the Oni?
They're great. They're so
he
good.
Ate the Oni. He ate the Oni. That tastes like a chocolate brownie. Unleash your full potential with 4 Wellness, because your body and mind deserve the best. So if you drink coffee, it's time to give 4 Wellness a try. Head to 4wellness.com/TMOS and use the code TMOS for 25% off your order. Make sure you use our promo code TMOS so they know we sent you. Hi, 4 Wellness.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi. All right, you want to talk about the streaker at the Super Bowl?
I do.
I do. Is this a hoax?
I think it is. Because, some years ago, there's the directive that came down. There was the directive that came down that said, do not cover streakers at events because it gives them all of the attention they want.
Or anybody running on the field.
Right. They don't want to cover it.
Across all sports.
And I think that this happened at a point in the game when it was sort of a dull part of the game, a lot of 3-and-outs. And Tony Romo might have been the first person who said, we've got a streaker on and they immediately shut it down. But he did mention it. Even though
I can't tell you how I get it. I understand it. It's just, they're so freaked about it. You know what I mean? And then in the next shot, they're going to show, a camel toe. I mean, they are. Really, it's the hypocrisy of the NFL,
I know.
right?
It's sinister.
I don't understand. Where did you see the camel toes?
Well, no,
that was on Jim Nantz.
I might be overstating it, but I mean, I don't believe that those outfits have gotten any looser over the years that the cheerleaders wear when they're zooming in.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
But
I didn't know what you were referring to.
the fact of the streaker not getting any coverage and remaining
I could clarify it.
I was like, on who? You're like, the cheerleaders. I stare at the cheerleaders really close.
We're going to have
that. You made it so dirty. You made that so dirty.
I could see the guy in the directing trailer out back saying, "Oh, they talked about the streaker. We need to throw the cheerleaders.
Now I'm
put the cheerleaders.
Conscious about my face again.
No one will be talking about the streaker."
I didn't notice the streaker. Do they have do you have the audio?
I don't have the audio of the streaker. They just mentioned it in brief passing, but there was a streaker. They should not have mentioned it. Then this guy pops up on TikTok yesterday. Mac, you have this video. And I personally don't buy his story because he is trying to take credit, and he has a backstory.
Okay.
But personally, I have my doubts.
All right, let's listen.
I was the Super Bowl streaker at the game last night, and I just got let out of jail this morning, and a lot of people are asking me why I was streaking at the Super Bowl. I live here in Vegas, and when I saw that you could bet on whether or not there would be a streaker during the Super Bowl, I knew I had to go down to the casino and place a $20,000 bet. After I placed the bet, I went and bought a ticket for $10,000 so that I could control my own destiny, and then when the time was right, I hopped the fence and started sprinting out onto the field. I mean, you saw me, I kind of juked that first security guard, but I lost my traction. I should have wore cleats. I was in tennis shoes and I kind of slipped out. I didn't have the speed that I normally do have, and then they arrested me. But it was honestly totally worth it. I spent $10,000 on the ticket, but I made $20 back on the wager, so I'm up $10,000. Yeah, I had to spend a night in jail, but I absolutely had a ball being center stage in front of 80,000 people. Like that's what Taylor Swift must feel like. Everybody's staring at you.
I cannot tell you how hopeful I am that that's legit. I
understand this, Mike,
it.
that a few years ago a guy tried the same scam and the casino did not pay off because he was the streaker.
By the way,
you're going to be prosecuted.
It's not, but it's also not. There doesn't have to be fine print. Casino can do whatever the hell they want.
That's right.
Yeah, they can
right.
DQ you. Yeah.
And also, people are saying that I didn't see it because I wasn't there, but people are saying that there was a second person that gets no mention. And also, this guy's handle, if I'm not mistaken, on TikTok is The Robbie Show, which says to me that he is some sort of stupid publicity seeker.
Or a genius.
But I don't think there's any water to this at all.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
good for him for trying.
What do you got, Matt?
I'm looking at the comments here. One person says there was another person on Twitter who was the streaker and got a $42,000 fine for trespassing. Yeah. So his bet wouldn't make any money if he's getting fined.
So we're talking about it. That's what it is. And if he's got any branding, that's a good idea.
He should have bet a lot more money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because then he could have made a profit if the casino let him do it.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, do you feel any sense of I know you wanted Kansas City to win because
I just played a bet
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it doesn't. I don't even feel the letdown because it's so top of mind still.
It is. I don't know. That's a very interesting point.
It's
but
very
I totally
strange
agree with because I feel that it's like I don't have the hangover yet. However, as a diehard fan of a losing team, this thought did cross through my mind.
Yeah.
And by the way, the O'Mara household. Oh God, football, and more football. Flag football practice last night. Pop Warner practice tonight. Pop Warner practice on Friday night. It's
and
nuts
Mike
right now.
streaking at the Pop Warner game.
Here's the thought. I'm sitting there going, I'm all in. I've been sucked into the NFL vortex. I said, okay, so now that's the Super Bowl. When's the draft?
Draft coming up. Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
You've been so programmed by them, Mike.
Well, you're sharing it with your son.
And then this thought. Well, my son and I were talking about it, all right?
Yeah.
And I was talking about he was talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was saying, I said, Michael, it's a great organization. That's why. It's not just one guy. It's a great – because Michael was rattling off from, I guess, his phone in the back seat. He was rattling off all the great players that have not won a Super Bowl. Barry Sanders was what it goes. The list
Matt
goes
Elliott.
on. J.J. Watt. Matt Elliott. Thank you, Rob. Okay, stop it. That's a friend of ours.
He's a good guy. Yeah,
Matt Elliott.
But another Mr. Irrelevant who never made it to the Super Bowl.
So the answer to your question is, I'm in fact just not coming down off it. I'm thinking, can't wait till next year.
Highest rated television show in history.
Blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
The previous record, and everybody was
Will you
watching.
jump into one of the springtime leagues? What is it, the International Football League? Or what do they call it?
Absolutely no.
Well,
way.
now they have the United Football League.
Football League.
Yeah. I don't
With,
I don't crave it that
XFL
much.
and
I crave the
USFL
NFL. I like the NFL.
together.
I like my team and the NFL, and then I get into.
Well, they've
the
got all the
playoffs now.
sinister power. That's
the
where you
evil
go.
Also,
sinister power. You're absolutely
Mike, tip of the cap to YouTube TV, as they are the largest cable provider in the world now.
And all it took was partnering with that Sunday ticket.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how they did it. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we are going to dive without any subject matter into Oscar's world.
Excellent.
Oscar, anything.
Oh, I have it. That's what I had to deal with this morning. I can't wait.
To get off your chest.
Wait.
That's
Yes,
your forum. When we come back, you, ladies and gentlemen, are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. And, yes, that's going to be the new name of it. And we will be right back. Discovering quality kids' clothes just got easier. Say goodbye to the struggle of finding a place where high quality and cute coexist. Michael's best buddy, Finley, his mom just had a little baby, and
Aww.
we gave her a ton of this wonderful Caden Lane clothing. Caden Lane, not Kane. Caden Lane has cracked the code. Founded in 2005 by a single mom with a passion for creating better and cuter clothes, accessories, and keepsakes, Caden Lane is on a mission to make moms' lives easier. Caden Lane is a brand that's more than just hype. With over 70,000 five-star reviews and millions of satisfied customers, experience softness like never before and add personalization that makes Caden Lane the ultimate gift. The next time I talk about him, I'm going to bring the picture in of Michael holding the baby with the Caden Lane outfit.
Picture.
It's
So
really
cute.
a great picture of my son. Caden Lane, the ultimate gift. Don't miss out on their fun bedtime ritual with their Color Me pajamas, where kids can color their own PJs. Caden Lane is your one-stop shop for all your newborn, infant, and toddler apparel. Head to cadenlane.com/TMOS and use the code TMOS for 20% off your order. All right, let's get to it. Oscar said something happened even this morning, and you were a little
the reason
tardy.
Why we had
you were a little
late
tardy
start. I asked for a late start is because I had an impromptu meeting with the building because I think I've discussed this. There's probably 2 tenants left in this tower.
The whole building.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a big
3
building.
Yes.
Building, my God.
And the building across the street was already given back to the bank. So it's bank owned. And then I just heard the building across we're at a corner. So 2 buildings catty corner us have been given back to the bank. And part of our lease agreement is just to make sure that, we can operate at a high level, and the building owners have been awesome. They're super nice, even though through the construction, but there is a demolition coming by for the 3rd floor, which is right underneath us.
What kind of
They demolished the 8th floor and then demolished the 6th floor.
And when you
this
say
past year.
demolish, they demolished the interior for a full-blown restoration, right?
So it's just a shell.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing to restore.
So
there's no tenant.
they're demolishing it just to get rid of it, so it'll be empty.
Shells.
And Oscar, forgive me if this
for a new tenant.
If I'm getting too behind the scenes here, but
yes,
there is a staircase that connects the 4th floor and the 3rd floor.
Yeah, that's irrelevant to the conversation.
Well, the fact that if there's destruction, there's going to be a lot of noise. It's not like it's sealed off.
It's the floor beneath us.
Right.
And the floor, if it was the floor above us, same issue.
Right.
So the floor above us has a full dentist and one other tenant. I don't know what the other tenant does.
Mike's dermatologist.
Yes.
Dr.
It's called
Speckle.
It Burns Skin, DC. So
the smell.
The guy, he's very thoughtful. He's like, hey, this is when this is going to start. And it was for me, it was a conversation I needed to have like sooner than later, right? Because it may affect operating our business. And I also then start thinking about maybe this is a good time to start figuring out what our options are within the building. And what I felt for both sides. I know we have to operate a business, no big deal. We'll figure it out. But I was
and if
also,
I can just get a little more detailed with people.
Yeah.
What Oscar's talking about is Podville Media, where this is not the only show produced. This is not the only entity produced out of those studios. You are doing television and audio recording on a daily basis. So the concept of coming in with heavy equipment to, knock around the walls of a place that's literally underneath your feet might be a tad problematic. Just
and this isn't surprising. It's just timeline. Timeline was TBD, and now it's firm.
Yeah, now it's D.
So I sat there and I was like, okay, but I'm doing this mental math where I'm like, okay, this is understand, and we're going to figure it out. But I'm like, I guess the level of empathy that I have for people where they're operating a business as well, right? Where I just imagine that they have this contract from this construction company that they have to honor, so they have to do the work. There's no hey, we're just going to punt this down the road and figure out a better time to do this. And
was the original project designed to facilitate a remodel of these floors? Or was it just designed to leave an empty shell?
No, people leave, and then they I think
they
it's
demo
by
it.
They demo it. So so somebody come in and
Customize
in and envision their own HQ, or
Like,
whatever they want it
like
to be.
any retail shopping center, I guess.
Yeah,
Precisely.
yeah. So that's not it. I guess you're getting the raw shock and awe where I'm sitting here and I'm like, if you own a building downtown, you've got to be in a rough spot.
Sure.
In many, many cities in America right now.
Right?
Because it's just, I've spoken to people about it, and, you are not alone. And this is a pretty significant trend that developed post-COVID that people, it did. We are all, Robb is doing it. I'm doing it. You do it when you're on the road or when you're traveling. And it's just, the reality is with computers and with teleconferencing, now the difference is in your business, our business, we have to have facilities. This particular show, I would be flying bare-assed out in the wind if we did not have a facility where it was, uploaded, edited, everything was done. Could I do that from home, or could someone do? Yeah, but it wouldn't be what we want. And so it's just it's a weird time for commercial real estate because we're one of the exceptions to the rule.
No, and I'm an idiot. I've spoken with enough brokers over the past. I think probably were looking for a new space over a year and a half ago, hypothetically, to see if there was a better space or a better match.
Just looking for your options. Yeah.
Well, we have to. You have to start looking a year and a half out from when your lease is over, right? And that's just best practice. And it just hasn't gotten better. It just hasn't been better.
So what is the end game of where you are with the
we're fine. We're fine. Like we can
Are you going to move inside the building? We
can decide our fate. There's a spec suite. We can step out and produce within the building in like a larger suite until they get the remodel done or the demo done downstairs. We could go to another building within their portfolio of there are so many different options, the least of my worries.
Okay.
I felt some sense of not even dread. It was more like, okay, now we know you're going to start this in April. Good to know. Now we have some time to prepare.
For you that I've never asked.
Yes.
And I've been in the building a couple of times. I have to ask this question. I'll ask it of Robb, not of Oscar. Robb, does Oscar have a corner office?
No, he does not. No.
What a guy.
No.
What a guy. That's it. Folks at Podville, that's all you need to know. Didn't grab the... Does Charlie Burney have a corner office?
Nope.
There it is.
No. As a matter of fact, I think I had the best office in the building.
You had one of the best offices.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
Yeah, look what you did.
You still do.
Yeah, and no one's allowed in there. Mike, no one has touched it since I left.
I gave a tour yesterday to a wonderful listener from Mobile.
I saw the pictures,
and his family.
Yeah.
They're like, I was like, and this is Robb's office. And then he's like, when he comes in, right?
Well, I wish you the very, very best.
Yeah, we'll work it out. I know this is going to sound crazy, and I know that we're the little guy versus the big guy, but I feel for commercial real estate, not just owners but brokers, because this is their livelihood.
Yeah,
yeah.
You feel for them because even the guy that I'm talking to who's grizzled and just has seen it all.
Right. Yeah.
Like you could just hear the pain. He's like, I know this is not the best time, but we just got to keep this construction crew moving.
Right.
And I was like, no, dude, I get it. Like, thank you for the context. This is awesome. They're going to try to mitigate as best as possible. They're working with us. But
we are the fly on a leaf who stares at the eagle who will not bother to hunt us.
I don't know what
Amen.
that means.
Mike, Oscar, he's been saying it for years.
Hi, everybody. Well, that's good. I hope everything works out well.
But it is. You don't hear. Do you hear? I guess this is what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you, Mike O'Mara, see this even in Fort Myers with commercial real estate?
Well, see, the extent of our commercial real estate that I see on a daily basis and that I deal with is with my wife, who just had an opportunity to start a brick and mortar operation in a area that had been really affected by the weather down here, and was able to get in there. And it's very, very cool to see her have that opportunity. But you've got a business where it's mom and pop. Office space is a different entity. And what go? But when you talk about even commercial real estate down here, I was in the business. I was in commercial real estate. Yeah. I did it for a while. And the idea of the fragility of that line of work, are the rewards astronomical? If you have a successful commercial real estate business, it can be phenomenally lucrative. But when you talk about, there are billionaires walking the earth in the United States that made their money on shopping malls, building them, leasing them, doing that. Yeah. You've got, you realize how fickle everything is. Yeah. You never, ever know what's going to happen. And as far as strip mall commercial real estate down here, there are two things that are realities. A lot of empty space. Mm-hmm. B, unyielding landlords. They would rather take the depreciation than lease something out at bargain rates. That's the way they roll.
Don't you think, Mike, though,
the real new ones, that's the way
that
they do it.
Fort Myers is always going to be safe from this, though, because you can't operate a vape shop remotely.
Next to a nail salon. Yeah. Next to a hat embroiderer who now hates me. Anyway, that's it.
What a tangled web we weave.
Yeah, well, we were right. Anyway.
We were right.
I don't know about that. Thank you. I got to say it first. We will return with something here. We have another break before you.
No. We do the flip.
We're here.
When we've flown through the show, I've lost my place. We'll be right back, everybody. Hi, I'm Mike O'Mara. Good to have you with us. Good to have you along on a Tuesday broadcast. Are you ready to shed 26% of your weight? Look no further than DermGlowSkin.com. It is your All right, let me ask you a question. Were you having a stroke when you wrote this copy? I know you did it last night.
No. As a matter of fact,
look no further than DermGlowSkin.com, your ultimate destination for considering conquering. I'll start again. Can you start the music again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
we have it in 3, 2, and 1.
Hi.
Good start.
Are you ready to shed 26% of your weight? Look no further. DermGlowSkin.com is your ultimate destination for conquering your weight challenges. Just take a quiz on the website and discover if you qualify. Experienced doctors will prescribe the right medication, and your weight loss solution will be delivered directly to your doorstep. If you're tired of waiting due to low stocks, DermGlow ensures you're connected with well-supplied doctors, eliminating any delays. It's a great time to start. And listen to this. This is important. From now until March 15th, you can get a $300 discount on your Tirzepatide. That's the stuff that I take, people.
Yep.
You can get a $300 discount on your Tirzepatide subscription. Act fast. And now your medicine can even be shipped to Puerto Rico. Bueno! I've experienced life-changing results. Went to the football game for my son the other night, bumped into people I hadn't seen. Just love the response. It's really, really exciting.
In the old days, you bumped into them and you weren't even that close to them.
Oh, yeah. They'd be on the 50-yard line. I'd get out of the car and you'd hear... Losing as much weight, 4 people at Oli's Super Bowl party tried to stir their drink with me. That's thin, Arthur. Your future awaits. Visit DermGlowSkin.com, click the weight loss button, and kick off the best journey of your life. Because with DermGlow, you can do it.
Hello. Side down.
Roll over. Thank you very much.
The flip side.
It's the first time Oli's ever been in an ad.
Yeah,
it's
very
exciting.
I'm sure he'll be very exciting.
We talk a lot for a living, and I don't know that we've ever done the math to figure out how much we make per word. I wonder what it would be. Probably a fraction of a cent. However,
not enough.
Not enough, exactly, Mike and Oscar. What's your name again? There is
know
one
about
word,
that.
though. There is one word that one actor has sort of made a career on. Owen Wilson, what would you say his word is?
Wow.
Of course. Very good. And they did the math for how much money he has made in movies divided by the amount of words he has said in movies. Wow. And they have come up with the fact that he has earned $1,324 per wow.
I thought it was 100,000.
Wow, you're so dominant. Wow. Wow, I sort of got screwed on the old bedroom selection. Wow, look at this. Wow, you're in good company. Wow, how'd that affect you with guys? Wow, that's a good message. Wow, this is a nice boat. Wow. Wow, they feel really nice. Oh, man, I feel like wow. Wow, getting a nice preview of what marriage is going to be like with Ike Turner here. Wow. 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 4 for 4. Wow. 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 Oh, wow.
That's just a portion of his wows.
Wow.
But keep in mind, every time to now that he's said one, that's been over $1,000 in his pocket, considering the percentage of every word and every line he said.
Very good, Owen Wilson.
What you need to do is get yourself a catchphrase.
What about his brother Luke? What word does he say?
He says, can I have some help, please?
Help. Wow.
He was very good in Idiocracy. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. And also, what was it? I hate the movie because of Will Ferrell, but the movie with the people that went back to college. What was that?
Old School.
Old School. Yeah, he was very good in that.
He's the Godfather.
He's fine. He's fine. Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Does he still have a cachet?
He's lost his biggest sponsorship, Nike, but
he left Nike after 30
going to TaylorMade,
years.
I believe. I think
TaylorMade and the
entire line of clothing they're going to design around him. You know?
They released a trailer, and I got to say, it looks pretty good. The new line of clothing is called Sunday Red.
Sunday Red, which is his
Red.
tradition of wearing that. This is cool.
Every chance, every challenge, every setback, every comeback, every time they said I couldn't, every time I showed I could. Everything that's led me here is woven into everything that's next.
Sunday Red, and that's his new logo right there.
You know,
Mike,
Greg Norman
interesting
has
fact.
done very, very well with his line of clothing, and I think there's going to be no exception with Tiger, and and that's good because he really needs the money.
Like a lot of people don't know this. All of the Sunday Red hats are being embroidered in Fort Myers, Florida.
Very excited about that. Absolutely, yeah. Carla has to bring him to the store. The guy doesn't want to talk to me.
Okay, well, let's close with this, Mike. This hit close for me because
who would want to talk to this? Would you want to talk to me?
Yeah. I'll work with you, but not your husband.
If you were looking at this, I mean, really, come on, give me a break.
Yeah. Hey, can you?
Just press a few more buttons, you
Carla,
you can't bring that ogre with you.
Yeah, leave the mummy at home. This one hit home for me because I've got a child in college. Mike, do you know what a darty is? D-A-R-T-Y.
No, I do not.
Oscar?
No.
That's apparently hip college slang for a daytime party. And
a darty.
A darty.
Oh, I love
like
it.
that.
A darty.
I like it.
And if you have a kid in college, you're going to love this. Let's close with this. This is a University of Texas. I would call her a Westfest girl because they have a day of partying at the University of Texas called Westfest.
Okay.
And she took the time to document her day for us. And I tell you, I'm sure her parents have never been prouder.
It looks like at the University of Texas at one of our biggest parties, West Fest. So we woke up at 10 a.m. for a dirty and got ready. The weather was so nice. It was at like 12. Here's what you wear. Everyone wears like sorority gear, fanny packs. But I went to ZBT. I love their dirties. It's such like good old-fashioned like frat parties.
Pause it, please.
And it's
pause
Summer
it.
Rae DJing.
I hate that voice.
I know
than
you do.
any-
Why do you think we're closing with
hate
it?
The voice of the partied out sorority girl. It is so unattractive to me to hear that. And we went out and I yelled.
Mike, she's only at her first party. She's only at her first party. The day, Darty, I'm sorry. The day continues, Mac.
Okay.
And then here, look at the frat pedals. So gross. And people were wearing socks and no shoes. Psychotic. Anyways, it was so fun. Me and Jill had to pee right by the trash cans. There's a 24/7 EMT service because people overdrink and there's so many accidents. And then I went to KA, there was crawfish, there was a band, it was so fun. Went to Dirty's, got some food, recouped. Went to Rainy, cute dog, and then we bar crawled around here for a little bit. And then I met up with my friends for an all-girls pregame. I was definitely losing steam at this point, as you can tell. But I love all-girls pregames. It's such good energy. Then we all walked to SAE, definitely really drunk, or at least I was. Hung out with Needle, had a great time, and then of course I had to stop by Omar to see Con, and I'm also really sorry about my voice. Here's what it's Saturday.
That's it. Happy Galentine's Day, my dear. Enjoy your diploma, and we've never been prouder.
Fantastic. All right.
Yuck.
Holes to holes, poles to poles. There
I had
we
to
go.
pee behind a trash can, but it was really fun.
Very exciting.
Oh, my parents don't see this.
What's that? What's that itching? We got to take a break, and we'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode.
Oh, the swelling.
Can't wait for
Darty.
Can't wait for my Darty close-up tomorrow.
Love the name.
Darty. Great name. Because who doesn't like to
Great.
daydream? Sorry, Rob. Anyway, we'll take
I did like it very much.
We'll be back with a brand new episode for Rob Spiewak, Mac McIntosh, Oscar Santana, the whole gang. Michael Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Right. What do you want now? Well, if I have to teach you how to be a reporter, Ollie, I'll do that later.
The president has a big stick.